Lights are shining bright, cameras ready to go, scripts are all in sight, it's time to steal the show. Voice checks, 1, 2, 3, tech team on the run. Nervous, but so free, broadcast under the sun. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon. Notes and paper spread, viewers on standby. All the words we said, aiming for the sky. Dreams taking flight with each electric beat, rising to the height, hearts feel the heat. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon. Taking flight with each electric beat, rising to the height, hearts feel the heat. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon.
The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School. KVIX Media.
Hello and welcome to the game in progress. We have Pahoa versus Honokaʻa for the Division II BIIF Baseball Championships. We are starting at the top of the first with Honokaʻa being the home team. On top of the mound for Honokaʻa is number 0, Josiah DePaul Umeda. That right there was another strike, so we have a count of 1 and 2. Up to bat right now for Pahoa is number 1, Trip Kaysen. Fly ball in the air, looks to be in that left gap, but foul ball just past the line. Kaysen's been doing really well, starting off as a batter because he's currently on his 5th pitch. Pitch coming in. Ooh, that was a very inside pitch with a 2-2 count. Full count, 3-2. Ball 4. First batter on the bases for Pahoa. Up next at bat, number 2, Max Potter. Having a little conference on the mound. So no outs, runner out first. Catch by the third baseman. Ooh, overthrow at first, able to get safe and tag up, but no play made to advance the runner. That was a good attempt by the first baseman for Honokaʻa with that stretch. Third baseman being Donovan Valera. With that, we have one out, runner on first. Swing and a miss for the first pitch to start off with a strike. Yeah, short lead by the runner at first, which is good with a lefty pitcher, but foul ball. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss for a called strike. So we have two outs with runner on first. Now up to bat, number 16, Braden Conda. I'm sorry, Conda Pole. First ball called. So foul ball off the catchers, leading to another strike being called. We have a grounder being hit to shortstop, going for the throw to first, in time for the third out for the top of the first inning. So with that, we had one runner left on base. No hits for Pahoa Daggers. Coming up will be the Honokaʻa Dragons and their starting lineup. So pitching for Pahoa, we have Trip Kaysen, number 1, with his catcher being Max Potter. Now, Trip Kaysen actually has a really good ERA with a 2.4, but over 29 innings, so he seems to be their go-to pitcher for the Daggers. So starting lineup for Honokaʻa, we have batting first, number 9, Jaden Sahar. Batting second, number 0, Josiah Napoleon Umeda. And batting third, number 4, Isaac Dorego. Getting ready for the first pitch of the second half of the first inning. Second pitch coming in. Swing and a miss. Nice hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. And a clean play to first. That's a nice play by the shortstop, number 3, Cash Cohen. First pitch called strike. Another tight throw going into for a ball. Ball in the outside corner. 2-1 count. Third ball. We have a 3-1 count. Ball 4. So both pitchers right now have had a walk in the first inning. So with 1 out on the board, we have a runner on first. Up now is number 4, Isaac Dorrego, who currently has a .537 batting average, which is pretty insane. So hoping to move his runner in order to get closer to scoring. Ball called low. Ball called on the inside. Oh, I apologize. Looks like it was a strike. Ball called. So the current count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Hard hit down to the left fielder. Left fielder fields it cleanly, brings it into his cut in order to prevent the runner from advancing. That was a good play by number 10, Raycon. So with that, we have 1 out with runners in first and second base. So we have a conference on the mound. So up right now is number 3, Chris Coleo, with a .364 batting average. Ball blocked by the catcher, but no play is attempted at third. Runner at first chooses to stay, so we have sprinters in a first and third situation. So first and third situation, meaning that we will see if Honokaʻa attempts a steal by their first base runner in order to try to get a play that allows their third base runner to score. Foul ball to first base. One and one count. Hard hit in the 5-6 gap. Going to left field. Left field keeps the ball in front, preventing the runner at second to advance to third. But one run scores for Honokaʻa. With that, we have the first run of the game with Honokaʻa being brought in right there. Up now, we have number 21, Kiakahi Lindsay. We have a strike call for the first pitch. We still have one out in this bottom of the first. Swung and missed for the second strike. Swung and a miss for the second out of the inning. Up next, number 22, Noah Irwin, who is coming with a 200 batting average. We have two outs, runners on first and second. Have another break by the pitcher. Now, because there's a runner on second, first base runner is attempting to get the attention of the pitcher in order to hope the pitcher overthrows first, allowing his runner to advance. Attempted steal. Not in time. We have runners on third and second. Two runners in scoring position with two outs on the board. That was a nice throw there by the catcher. Number 2, Pahoa. I apologize. Actually, the catcher is Max Potter. Wrong team. Sorry. 1-1 count. Ball called, 3-1 count. And we have a ball 4 with a walk to have the bases loaded. Up next, we have number 67, Donovan Valera. Two strikes called. So we have 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss to end the rally of the Honokaa Dragons. With that, we have 1 run was scored with 3 runners left on base. And we had 2 hits. So that's it for the bottom of the first. We had in the first inning with 1 run for Honokaa and no runs for Pahoa. So coming up to bat for Pahoa, we are starting off with number 7, George Kosher. Number 15, Kelton Clear. And number 10, Aleka Rincon. Here we go, ready to start the top of the second inning. So once again, first batter is number 7, George Kocher, who is currently coming in with a .263 batting average. Oh, there seems to be a little issue with third base. The current bases that they have are called pop-up bases, which means that if you slide into it, and it will actually leave the area that it's in. And the problem is that there's usually dirt that gets underneath it, so you need a very special tool to get it out. Or if you are lazy, you will just try to find a good stick. The problem is if it's lifted, it then can become a hazard. So if you look closely, you can see that the inner corner is actually like lifted off the ground. So they're trying to see if they can find what they need to get the dirt out in order to make it safe for use. And Honokaa is being called in. I'm not sure why. So it looks like we are taking a pause, and if you look closely, you could actually see the coach carrying the very special tool in his hand. That is basically, it's a very long metal piece that has a tiny little tilt at the end, so you could dig out all that dirt. And as someone who has had to sit there and dig it out myself, it is a tedious little thing to get the tiniest amount of dirt out, which will make it unsafe. The advantage is that it does make it safer because the bags are not tied down, so if something happens, the bag can pop out. But unfortunately, that also means that the bags get pretty trashed pretty fast. So it looks like they're going to change out the base, which I don't know how long that will take. So there's a little pause on the game. You can see all the siblings who are dragged to the game to watch their siblings play, but they do not want to watch. And unfortunately, I was the older sibling, so my siblings were dragged to it until they were old enough to be able to be left home alone. Oh, we have our hero coming in with a brand new base, ready to fix it. Yay! I was about to start reading off baseball scores. So thank you to the County Hawaii workers who are coming in with a brand new base to fix it. And I was about to start reading off scores. The Yankees obliterated the Orioles. Right, well, they haven't obliterated them yet. They're still half an inning. 15-2. The Cubs are obliterating the Pirates. My team hasn't started playing yet. The Giants are playing the Padres today. And if you're a Giants fan like me, you're in the hopeful part of the season where we think we're good, and then we don't do so well. All I care is, and I'm going to get hate, I'm going to tell you this right now, I'm going to get hate for this, as long as they beat the Dodgers. And we are officially restarting the game at the top of the second with a small, tiny little intermission there. So up to bat, we have number 7, George Kocher. And we are starting off with a strike. So Pahoa has their 5th, 6th, and 7th batters coming up. We have a check swing, but a ball is called. Hard hit to the right center gap. Center fielder getting there with a nice catch there by the Honokaa Dragons, number 6, Ezekiel Hood. That was a good hustle up there by Hood in order to cover that right center gap. So with that, we have 1 out. Up to bat, we have number 15, Kelton Clear. Ball on the outside. strike called to get a 1-1 count. Second strike called. Ball called high, so with a 2-2 count. Ooh, that was a nice idea, but it was off the corner for a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. It looks like he actually tipped the ball, but was caught by the catcher to count as a strikeout. With that, we have 2 outs. Up to bat now, number 19, which is Kaikana Kianini. First pitch called strike. Ball missed by the catcher. However, no one on base. 1-1 count. Time is called, but the problem is if you're already in the motion when time is called, you have to finish the windup or risk hurting your arm because they can't really just stop your momentum. Second strike called, 1-2 count. Ball 2-2. We have fall tip caught by the catcher for the 3rd out. And that ends it with no runs and no hits in that inning. So up to bat right now, we are looking at number 33, Paoli McGurn. First strike called. We have 2 strikes called in the batter. And 3rd strike called swinging. So now coming up with the bat, number 6, Ezekiel Hood. First strike called. Fall ball straight back. Ball called with a 1-2 count. Second ball called 2-2. Swing and a miss for the third strike. That is the third strikeout of the game for Pahoa. We are now back to the top of the lineup to number 9, Jaden Salazar, who last time hit a grounder to shortstop. Two balls called. Check swing called for the first strike to the batter. We have a hard hit up the middle, center field going back, and a nice catch there by number 7, George Kosher, to end the inning. No hits and no runs for Honokaa in this second half. So after 2 innings, we are at 1-0, Honokaa in the lead. So we have 8-9-1 coming up for Pahoa. So up to bat, number 14, Jaden Orita. First pitch strike. We have a short grounder going to third. It is overthrown but caught by number 67. Donovan Valera. So Pahoa has another runner on bases. So up to bat is Cash Cohen, number 3. So we had a hard hit down the first baseline to get the first out, but moves the runner into scoring position at second base. Up to bat, number 1, Trip Kaysen. Last at bat was the first walk of the game. One and one count. Second strike called, 1-2. Ball called, 2-2. Time called. Strike 3 called. Strikeout without strikeout looking. That is the 4th strikeout of the game for Josiah Napoleon Umeda. Two outs, runner on second. We have a foul ball back towards third base dugout for the first pitch, or for the first strike called. Ball called to the outside corner, 1-1. Check swing, but was able to pull back in time for a 2-1 count. That was a hard lead taken by the runner at second, enough to confuse the catcher and have them throw to third base in order to prevent them from advancing. We have a 3-1 count. Count is full with runner on second. A foul ball straight back. The count remains 3-2. And we have a base on balls. Walk for number 2, Max Potter. So with that, we have 2 outs, runners on first and second. Now to bat, we have number 12, Landon Hiley. Last time to bat, he struck out, so he's hoping to get some action this time. We do have the first strike called. Count is 1-1. Strike called, 1-2. Ball called, 2-2. With that, we have bases loaded with 2 outs. And more tours have arrived. Excuse me, you missed Mary Monica. It was last week. Ball called for the first pitch to this batter, number 16, Braden Condapole. And another hit by pitch to bring in the first run of the game for Pahoa. We have a conference on the mound between pitcher and catcher. Up to bat, we have number 7, George Cocher. Or Coker. Now, he was the one that had the nice hard hit into the right center gap last time that was caught by the center fielder. So he's going to attempt to hit to the right field side and get a hit in order to try to bring in at least 2 runs. A hit in that right center gap would easily bring in 2 runs because it's a long throw for them to make. First pitch ball. Time called by the batter. Pass ball, runner advancing home. Not in time. That advances both runners into scoring position with number 12 on third base, number 16 on second. Current count is 2-0. Foul ball to left field side. Once again, 2 runners are in scoring position, so a nice solid hit down the right field line will at least advance 1, if not both runners. Ball change. Ball called. 2-1. Strikes, it is called. 3-2 full count. Now, I have had umpires actually tell me that if a ball is close and they can't really make a decision, but you make it for them, they will go the opposite of you. So if it was a close where it could have been a strike or a ball, and you assume it's a ball, they will call a strike. However, that was not close enough, so that kind of thing, right? So now we have bases loaded once again with 2 outs. So all the runners on the bases right now have made it due to pitcher error, whether that be a Beans pitch or a walk. Coming back from a walk with a nice strong strike. Now I say you can tell a pitcher is strong when they come back with a strike after having a walk. Second strike call to number 15, Kelton Clear. Little bat tapper going into center fielder. And caught by the center field for Honokaa, number 6, Ezekiel Hood. And is able to stop the rally that was going on, with Pahoa scoring 2 runs in that inning with no hits. And there were 3 left on base. So currently the score is 2-1, with Pahoa having the advantage. Coming up, we have 2, 3, 4, the second, third, and fourth batters for Honokaa. Starting off with number 0, Josiah Napoleon Umeda, who is also the pitcher. So he is definitely looking to score back those runs that happened last inning, and he's going to help his team the best way he can as a hitter. And we can see the next game is getting ready. We have Waikea versus Kamehameha after this game. We'll say the advantage of playing at Wong is that there are lights, so you're not rushing against the sun. So at the bottom of the third inning, first batter up, number 0, Josiah Napoleon Umeda, who's coming in. Sorry for that. Who's coming in with a .286 batting average. Strike called, 1-1. Ball called, 2-1 in the count. Strike called, 2-2. High and tight with a 3-2 count, full count. Hit going into short left field. Ball is down in order to score 1 run. There is a trip up at first base, so runner is not able to advance. But we have another hit for the Honokaa Dragons. Now, those short corners are actually one of the most difficult places to get because everyone has to run a far distance versus if you're going in the middle. Anywhere right behind the bases is quite difficult to get because third base is walking directly back. Shortstop's traveling a long distance, and so is left field. Ball is passed, but too close for comfort, so runner does not advance. That's the advantage of a lefty pitcher here, is that they can stare down the first base runner and make sure they do not go. Ball called. So we have a 1-1 count to number 4, Isaac Dorrego. High bouncer going to shortstop. No play at 2, reaching for first in time to get the out. So sacrifice play there by number 4 in order to advance the runner to second base. But with the high bouncer, there was no play to get the lead runner, so they had to go for the out that they were able to make. So now we have runner on second in scoring position with number 3 up, Chris Kohler. One out, runner on second. First pitch ball. Strike called, 1-1. Another high bouncer to shortstop. The throw, clean field and throw out at first base. Runner is able to advance. So now we have 2 outs on the runner in third base. Up to bat, number 21, Kiakahi Lindsay. Last time, it was a strikeout swinging, but was hoping to be effective this time. First pitch of ball. Ball thrown tight inside. 2-0. Swing and a miss for 2-1. Foul ball straight back for a 2-2 count. And the runner on third was like 3/4 of the way down the line, so he is going on contact. With 2 outs, that is an advantage because, you know, if the ball is in the air, there's no need to tag up. However, depending on speed on whether or not they're able to get the runner out at home or go for the forced play at 1. And a swing and a miss to end the pressure from Honokaʻa. With that, we have 1 hit and no runs. 1 runner left on base. And there's another hard-working K-Vikes person. Just chilling their kind. We're all staring at you right now. Apparently doing the chicken dance. So top of the 4th inning, we have 2-1, Pahoa in the lead. First batter up, we have number 19, Kaikana Kianini. We have a ball. And we have another hit by pitch. So attempted a bunt was called for making an attempt at first base as well, but runner was safe. Ball called. 1-1. So right now to bat number 14, Jaden Orita. We have a bunt down the first base line for a foul ball. 2 strikes on the batter with 1 ball. Swing and a miss for a 3rd strike. So batting right now for Pahoa, number 3, Cash Cohen. The shortstop who's getting a lot of action today. First pitch called strike. Fall ball. Does look like we have a little bit of a drizzle going on right now. Which means we are going to see the ball getting switched out a lot because there's going to be, the ball's going to either get wet or it's going to start getting heavier. It's going to create slippery. It's going to become slippery. So most switchers have techniques to keep the ball dry. So we'll see which techniques get used. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss for the third strike. Two outs in the inning. We are back at the top of the lineup with number 1, Trip Kaysen. So first pitch ball. Strike called in the batter. Foul ball on the left side. 1-2 count. Two count on the batter. Full count with 2 outs. So in this kind of play, you would probably see the runner at first taking off as soon as the pitch is thrown because either it's going to be a ball 4, a strikeout, a hit, or a foul ball. All of them would require him to either advance or move back. And we have a hit to second base, attempt at throwing the shortstop to get that third out. So with that, that's the end of the top of the 4th inning. It remains 2-1 Pahoa. So on that one, we did have no runs and no hits and 1 runner left on base. Up first for Honokaa will be number 22, Noah Irwin, followed by number 67, Donovan Valera, and number 33, Ha'oli McGurn. The back of the lineup hoping to get things started for Honokaa in the bottom of the 4th inning. So here we go in the bottom of the 4th inning. Honokaa hoping to get something started to get back the lead that they originally held for 2 innings.
Number 20.
Swinski number 22, we have Noah Irwin. One and one count. Strike called, 1-2. Ball called on the outside for a 2-2 count. Full count in the batter. Ball 4. That brings up number 67, Donovan Valera. Last time he did strike out swinging. So he's hoping to change it up this time and show what his bat hit can do. And chasing after a pitch on the outside corner. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Attempt to pick off at first base, unsuccessful. Runner is safe at first. We have a fly ball going in the middle of the field. Shortstop is able to make the catch. And there seems to have been a collision at first base. And a little bit of drama on the field. I did not see the collision, but apparently it was quite dramatic. Conference on the field. And it looks like they have ejected the player, I believe it's number 67 from the game due to unsportsmanlike conduct. So there seems to be a conference between the Honokaʻa coach on the third base line and the umpires in regards to what the situation is with that possible ejection. So that was number 67, Donovan Valera, who has been ejected by the home plate umpire. So with that entertaining moment on the field, well, that entertainment is a word I will use for this. We currently have no batter at the plate. So we are expecting up to bat number 33, Ha'oli Magern. We have one runner on base at first base with one out. Looks like we might be having a change on the field. Or a conversation being had between the umpires again. But here we go, one out, runner on first base. Strike is called for the first pitch. Oh, 0-2 count to the batter. So we have a foul tip of the ball dropped, therefore making it a foul ball. And we have a grounder, but bobbled by the first baseman, able to make the tag at first, but safe at second. So able to move the runner into scoring position, but two outs on the board. Coming up to bat number 6, Ezekiel Hood. Swing and a miss for the first pitch. Second strike called, 0-2. For the third out. So at the end of 4 innings, we do have Pahoa 2, Honokaʻa 1. Coming up first for Honokaʻa will be batters 2, 3, and 4. Number 2, Max Potter. Number 12, Landon Hiley. And number 16, Braden Konda Pole. So with the change, we do have number 33 currently on first base for Honokaʻa. Number 33 is Ha'oli Magern, who was in left field. And it looks like left field, we now have number 24. Will be taking over the left field position. And that is I apologize. Can't read the handwriting of the coach. I think it's Chris Valenzuela. I apologize if that's not correct, but I cannot read the coach's handwriting. No, wait, never mind, I was able to figure it out. Chase Valenzuela. So we have defensive changes there. So Pahoa, we are looking at their second, third, and fourth batters. Last time up to bat, we have a walk. And starting off with the ball. Second baseman fielding cleanly. And we have an out to first base for the first out of the inning. So that ball was fielded cleanly by number 3, Chris Colho. Swing and a miss. So number 12 for Pahoa, Landon Hiley. Last time was one of the batters who was hit by a pitch in the third inning. Foul ball straight back into the stands. Luckily the net is there. 1-2 count. And it looks like he will reach the base the same way again. So up to bat right now, number 16, Braden Condapole. And a bunt attempt on the first base line, unfortunately, goes fall. Starting off with 1 strike on the batter. High bouncer on the third base line, but fall. I guess we're running a little low on baseballs right now, so they have to bring that bat back in faster. Just a fun fact, in the MLB, they go through about 100 baseballs a game. Because as soon as it hits the dirt, they need a new ball. 1-2 count. Foul ball. One and 2 count. Ball in the outside corner, 2-2. Full count. So Pahoa hoping for either a base hit or a ball 4. Oh, we have a swing and a miss. However, it is being called a out. However, it is not a drop third. The runner did advance to first, but it is not considered a drop third because first base was not open at the time. So they're going to go for the tag, but it was not considered. So the confusion in the field right now is that it's not considered a drop third strike because the runner on first was there and it's less than 2 outs. When there are 2 outs, you are permitted to attempt to get first base on a drop third strike. When it's less than 2 outs and first base is occupied, there is no drop third play to be made. If the runner was on second, they could do a drop third play. However, in the confusion, the batter assumed they can make it to first and realized that they couldn't, so he kind of slowed his speed. But that did lead to the catcher throwing it to first, allowing for the runner to advance to third. So now batting for Pahoa, we have number 7, George Kosher. We have 2 outs on the board. Starting off with the ball. We have a grounder to shortstop, fielded cleanly. The throw, offline, and not able to make the tag. So bringing in another run for Pahoa, bringing the score 3-1. Or sorry, it's 3-1. So that would be considered an error. On those where the ball is within the reach of, it is a kind of a judgment call on the error being called on either the shortstop or the first baseman on whether or not the first baseman could have held the base. But it was a good hustle there by number 7, Kosher. So they did a check, and they are saying that I believe they did a check to see if that was a swing, and they looked like the first base umpire did call it a strike. And that is the third strike. Third strike meaning the third out of the inning. For those that are wondering, when they do a check swing, if either their wrist breaks, meaning that they release to go through, or if their bat crosses the plane of home plate, that is considered a swing. So it happened recently, even with like professional baseball, where a batter actually was almost hit by a ball, but he did a full swing, so they called it a strike. That is basically how that works. So it is hard for the home plate umpire to see that, so they will ask the first base umpire who is on the line, or third base, depending on if it's a righty or lefty, whether or not they saw the bat cross the home plate swing zone. Saw that with my Giants. And yes, I will be bragging about the Giants as much as I possibly can, because for once we are better than the Dodgers, and that's not going to last, but for a moment I am happy. Although right now we are losing to the Padres. Dang it. Okay, we are at the bottom of the 5th inning right here with the score 3-1 Pahoa. Coming up to bat for Honokaa, we do have the top of the lineup with number 9, Jaden Salazar. Swing and a miss for the first pitch. Now, last time up to bat, number 9 had a strong hit to the center field, but was fielded by the center fielder. Nice grab by the catcher, but ball, 1-1 count. Ooh, swing and a miss. Looks like the ball ricocheted off of the foot, which is why you will see some batters wear shin guards in order to protect the top of the foot and the inner part of the shin, because that is a very painful hit to have. 1-2 count. Foul ball. Almost fielded cleanly by the pitcher. The reason why those batter boxes are where they are is that's supposed to be the least likely spot for you to be hurt by a foul ball, because you're like supposed to be directly behind them. Oh, he has a check swing. He is going to. We have the catcher asking to see if he went. First base umpire just says he did not break the field, so it continues to be a ball. 2-2 count. Full count, 3-2. And we have a fly ball looking like it's down the first base line, but it is foul. Count remains 3-2. And that is a ball 4. Honokaa gets their first batter on the field on bases for this inning with a runner at first. No outs. Up now, number 0, Josiah Napoleon Umeda. First pitch ball. Now, last time up to bat, we had that hit into the shallow left field, so he's hoping to get on base again. He was also the first run of the game after walking in the first inning. Ball caught on the inside corner. Ball tight on the inside. 2-0 count. Strike is called. Another strike call, 2-2 count. Oh, and a strike 3 was called looking. Napoleon Umeda thought that it was a ball, and so was making his way to first base, but the umpire did call it a strike. So we have 1 out. Up now is number 4, Isaac Dorrego. First base strike. We have a pass ball by the catcher, allowing for the runner to advance to second base. So we have a 1-1 count, runner on second with 1 out. Swing and a miss for a 1-2 count. Two and two count. Full count on the batter. There's 1 out. We have a fly ball. Does it get straight back? Will it have room? Catcher does have room and is able to make the catch. So it's a nice catch there by number 2, Max Potter. And is able to keep the runner from advancing. So you can see he caught it right at the fence. So now to bat, number 3, Chris Cole. Two outs, runner on second. Fly ball going into right center field. Center fielder seems to be parked under it and is able to make the catch. So that was a catch made by number 7, George Kocher. With that, that's the end of the 5th inning. So after 5 complete innings, Pahoa 3, Honokaa 1. And we can see the next game, the players are starting to get ready to warm up. We have Waiakea versus Kamehameha Hawaii after this game, and they are starting to get ready for their game. Okay, we are the top of the 6th with number 19, Kaikana Kianini. Now, last time he was hit by a pitch, and he did strike out in the second inning. We have a hit going right at the middle. Shortstop has fielded it, going for the throw. Caught by first baseman for the first out. So that was a nice clean field by number 9, Jaden Salazar. And it looks like we have a batter change. So coming up to bat now, it looks like number 13. And I apologize once again. I am unable to read the first name. I believe it is Angus Johnston. I apologize again. The coaches need to work on their handwriting. So we have a bunt being shown but pulled back in time in order for it to receive the ball. A lot of times a good way of learning timing is to show the bunt. And we have the first strike. So by showing the bat allows you more time to see the ball in if you did not get enough time to warm up and time the pitcher. Second strike called. And we got a pass ball, but no one on base, so no pressure there. So we're looking at the 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss for a strikeout for the second out of the inning. So batting right now, number 3, Cash Cohen. First pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. Check swing, but he did cross the plate for a strike. 0-2 count. And we have foul ball. We have a little check swing there. Foul ball. Battle. So we have a good battle going on right here. 0-2 count. And as the game progresses, our stands are getting more and more full. Another foul ball. 0-2 count. Once again, we have foul ball. Ball caught in the outside corner. 2-2 count. another foul ball. This one straight back and over the top, so hopefully we're good for the Cars. The advantage here is the more you have a pitcher throw to you, the more it's going to be a challenge for them to keep throwing strikes. So it's tiring the pitcher out and also allowing them to either make a mistake or allow for you to walk. I believe the statistic is that once you have thrown more than 10 pitches to a batter, the odds go in the are like extremely high that you will walk them. And we have a walk, which as a former pitcher is extremely frustrating because you just threw like 10 strikes that they fouled off all of them, and it's happened four pitches were balls. So it does look like we have the coach coming out to talk to the pitcher. Now remember, in high school baseball, they do have a pitch cap where they're only allowed to throw 110 pitches per game, which is a good idea because it does preserve the shoulder and the elbow for pitchers in order to help with longevity. We only see this in baseball. We do not see it in sports like softball. They argue for softball. The reason why they don't do that is because it's a more natural movement. But softball pitchers also need a break. And we want to make sure that, especially for these kids, like number 0, he's a junior. He still has 1 more year. So we want to make sure that he saves his arm for next year so that he can continue to be a strong leader for Honokaa. So coach is talking, and it looks like we are seeing a pitching change. So it looks like we are seeing Josiah Napoleon Umeda leaving the game after a strong 5 2/3 innings. And he is transitioning, it looks, to outfield. Looks like he is going to be playing center field for the remainder of the game. Currently, we have a new pitcher on the mound for Honokaʻa. It seems to be number 9, Jaden Salazar, who is coming in with a 2.17 ERA, overthrowing 32.2 innings. So we're going here, giving him some warm-up pitches. So here we go with the first batter that is facing our second pitcher. It's Jaden Salazar, number 9. Up batting is number 1, Trip Cousin, with a hard hit to right field. The right fielder is able to keep the ball in front in order to prevent the runner on second to advancing to third. So right now, with 2 outs on the board, we do have a runner. As again, but that is the pitcher, and with 2 outs, they are using their courtesy runner, which is my favorite thing about being a pitcher, is you are able to get someone to run for you. The runner looks like it to be number 4, Isaac Dorego. Ball on the outside. We have a lot of dancing going on out there by number 3, Cash Cohen. With no one covering his base, he does have a little bit of room. So we see second baseman covering in. But when you want to try to get the distracted pitcher, especially with baseball where you can pick him off, if you keep him in the peripheral, you're going to have that distraction that will be an advantage for the batter. And we can see a pass ball happening. Runners advance 1 base with the lead runner now on third. So we have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. We have 3 balls on the batter, which is number 2, Max Potter. The advantage that we see happening now is that with protection, the first base runner who was just hit by a pitch was wearing elbow protection. So he did get hit in a guard that does allow for him to not have the same injury that was expected. However, the question is, did he lean over the plate to be hit by the ball? Because even if you are over the plate or in the strike zone and that part of the body is hit by the ball, then it is considered a strike because you are in the strike zone. So they're checking. That's why the coach came out to ask if he was in the strike zone when he was hit, and the umpire said no. Although a lot of times they just, I swear, they just say no because they don't really actually are paying attention. But that's just my belief as a pitcher. Now that was definitely not the strike zone. So once again, we have another run scored off of a beaned batter, leading to a 4-1 lead to Pahoa. And we can see that it was thrown. It looked to be a headshot, which is why helmets are so important. Yep, went off the helmet. So we have bases loaded with 2 outs. Up now, we have number 16, Braden Conda-Pole. Now, in this one, he has been hit by a pitch, he has struck it out, and he has also had a grounded to shortstop, so he's kind of done a lot of everything. So he's trying to see what he can do to bring in more runs in for his team. We have a 2-1 count. What we do see happening here with Jaden Salazar is he is not giving the batters enough time to set in between. And I think the pitcher thought that it was a strikeout. But the advantage of going fast is that the batter does not have enough time to set. As soon as the umpire drops his hand to let you pitch, you are allowed to pitch. Ball straight back. It is a foul ball. That was a very tight pitch, and he was able to turn on it enough to get the ball hit so that he wouldn't be hit himself. But now we have a 2-2 count, and that's why it's important for the batter to stay, the runner on third to stay outside of the base path, because if he gets hit by a ball and he's in the field, he will be out. We now have a full count with 2 outs and bases loaded. I am calling it now. Every single runner will be running. And we have another hit by pitch. Coach is coming out to talk. So we can see that once again. And it looks like those are the coaches calling for a team huddle on the field. Okay, here we go. Oh, we have a foul ball. Third baseman is going to chase, but it is outside of the range. So currently batting, we have number 7, George Kocher. We have another ball, 1-1 counts. And we have full bases, 2 outs. We do have a stop by the catcher, but it kept the ball in front, able to prevent the runner from scoring. 2-1 count. Three and one count. Dead ball, dead ball. No, it's a dead ball, everybody. Needs to go back to their bases. Due to the fact that that was off of the batter's leg. And you can see that he's a little sore right there because a bat comes off of a ball. If you look at this replay right here, like he's bringing it in and it goes straight into his ankle. And as someone who has done that before, you are taking about a 100-mile ball off of the bat, and it is traveling only 3 feet from the point of contact into the shin. And it has broken bones before. That is why you do see more and more people, especially those who are power hitters who are going to pull, they will get the leg protection in order to prevent that pain because it is sore. And with ball 4, all runners advance. So coming up right now is number 15, Kelton Clear. And we have a foul ball straight back. And we have a fly ball down the left field side. Third base is able to make the catch with 3 outs. With that, that is the end of the inning, or of the top half of the inning. Pahoa was able to score 3 runs, bringing their lead from to 6-1. So right now it is the bottom of the 6th. Honokaa is hoping to get a rally started so they can start the last inning of the game back with the lead or with at least a shortening of the gap between the 2 scores. So coming up first for Honokaʻa, we have number 21, Kiakahi Lindsay. Pahoa hoping to keep their rally going to stop Honokaʻa from scoring, while Honokaʻa is trying to build up their momentum to help end the game strong. Swing and a miss for the first pitch. Ball. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for a strikeout for the first out of the inning. So now batting for Honokaʻa, we have number 22, Noah Irwin. Now Noah has walked 2 times now this game, so he's hoping to get on base to be the lead runner for the Honokaʻa Dragons. One and one count. Strike is called for the 1-2. And that is strike 3 for the for the 8th strikeout of the game for number 1 Trim Kaysen. Swing and a miss for number 24, Chase Valenzuela. Two strikes on the batter. And swing and a miss for a 3-up, 3-down inning with all strikeouts for Pahoa. It is the top of, we are coming into the top of the 7th inning. With the top of the 7, we are at 6-1. Pahoa with 6 and Honokaa with 1. It does look like there might be another pitching change, seeing as number 9 is currently positioning back into shortstop. Now we currently don't have a battery on the field, so we aren't able to see the change. But it does look like number 4, Isaac Dorrego, is going onto the mound for the Dragons. Now Dorrego was their catcher, which explains why the battery was not there. So now catching, we have number 3, Chris Coho. So you've had a lot of changes. So we have a closing pitcher, once again, that is Isaac Dorrego, hoping to change the momentum for the Dragons. Okay, so we are at the top of the 7th inning. Pahoa is up to bat. Number 19 is currently hitting, which is Kaikana Keanini. Now, he has been hit by a pitch at second at bat, and he was the leadoff last inning, which was their rally inning. So we shall see what happens this time. We have a check swing marked as a strike for the first pitch of the inning. And we have a ball in the outside corner with a 2-1 count. Oh, swing and a miss for a 2-2 count. And we have a called strike 3. Starting off the inning with a strikeout. Coming up to bat, we have a re-entry with number 14, Jaden Orita.
Now to bat, number 14, Jaden Orita.
So 1 out, nobody on base. We have a bunt straight to the pitcher, fielded cleanly, the throw, able to make the out at first base for 2 outs. So now we are looking at number 3, Cash Cohen. Now Cash was one of the walks last inning, so he's hoping to have start the 2-out rally for the top of the 7th. Ball on the outside. We have a fly ball, and it is caught by the center fielder, number 0, Josiah Napoleon Umeda, to end the inning. Now that is the end of the top of the 7th. We have now reached the last half of the game. Unless Pahoa is able to get a rally here, and unless they only score 5 runs. If they score 6, they are able to take the lead and win the game with a walk-off. If they are able to get 5 runs this inning, they are able to continue the game into extra innings. If they are unable to obtain any of those runs or any less than 5, then the game is over and Pahoa will win. Now for Honokaa, we are starting with number 33, Ha'oli McGurn, who has come to bat twice so far, and last time had a hard grounder to the first baseman that was right on the base. So we are looking at an 8-9-1 lineup. Starting off with number 33, Ha'oli McGurn. When next number 6, Ezekiel Hood, and going back to the top of the lineup with number 9, Jaden Salazar. And we do have a change. We have number 16, who was the first baseman, is now on the mound. And I see that number 7 is on first base, who was the center fielder last inning. So we must have a new center fielder, or the pitcher is now in center field. But my eyes are not good enough to see what the number of the center fielder is. I have reached my mid-30s and my eyes have gone bad. But yeah, so we have a position change, number 16, which is Braden Kondapole, who has been playing first base this whole game. And here we go with the start of the bottom of the 7th inning. Once again, number 33, Haoli Magur, is up to bat for Honokaʻa.
Number 32, Haoli Magur.
Starting off with a strike. Fall ball straight back. And we are swinging a miss for the first out of the inning. Now up to bat, we have number 6, Ezekiel Hood, who has yet to make it on base, but he is hoping to start the rally for the Dragons this half of the inning.
Now that is number 6, Ezekiel Hood.
Ball, a little high. Ball on the inside, 2-0. Strike call, low outside for a 2-1 count. Okay, so we are looking at a 2-2 count. Tight inside for a full count now. Strike 3 called for the second out of the inning. We are back at the top of the lineup, number 9, Jaden Salazar. Honokaa needs to start getting the runner on base right now in order to have any hope of being able to score this inning to keep the game alive. They must score 5 runs this inning in order to stay alive in this game. Strike called outside. Grounder to the pitcher right there. Easy play. And Pahoa has won the championship for the Division II Big Island Interscholastic Federation. With Pahoa having 6 and Honokaʻa having 1 run, that is the end of this game. Pahoa has taken the championship and will continue to see what they're able to do as they enter into states. Thank you for watching this game. After this, we will have the Waiakea and Kamehameha Hawaii game taking place.
At this time, we're going to go ahead and announce the winners to receive their medals. We're going to go ahead and announce the numbers as you folks can come up with the medals. At this time, we're going to go ahead and announce number 1, Chris Jackson. Number 2, Matt Potter. Number 3, Josh Boyd. Number 4, Honokaa, Pahoa. Number 5, 4, Freezer. Number 6, Daggers. Number 14, Honokaa. Number 15, Daggers. Number 16, Honokaa. And number 19, Pahoa. Head coach, Gavin DeMello. Assistant Corey Matthews, Joe Power, James Shearer, and Harold Silva. Baseball champions, Pahoa.
The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School, Quebec Media.